Let's start with the wildest rituals and gradually progress towards those reaching the peaks of romanticism. Number 10. Bonobos. Bonobos are primates that live in the rich rainforests of the Congo Basin and share the closest genetic ties with humans. Have you ever wondered what goes through a bonobo's mind?
Oh yeah.
Of course, it's about mating. Mating is an essential activity for them. Although bonobos generally live in social structures similar to chimpanzees, their behavior is quite different. While chimpanzees tend to solve problems through the use of force, bonobos resolve conflicts through sexual behaviors. In other words, instead of physical confrontations, they use social and sexual interactions to settle disputes. This method strengthens the bonds within the group. A bonobo engages in sexual behaviors not only for reproduction, but also to establish peace and maintain harmony within the group. This highlights the significant role sexuality plays in their lives. Bonobos allow everyone in the group to form close relationships with each other. Yes, homosexual relationships among them are quite common, and this shows that sexuality in their society has a much broader social dimension. Sexuality is not just a tool for reproduction, it is also a form of communication and a means of maintaining social balance. These behaviors demonstrate how advanced the social structures of bonobos are, and how they form a structure similar to human societal bonds. Number 9. Bowerbirds. Bowerbirds are one of the true artists of romance in the animal kingdom. Particularly, male bowerbirds go to great lengths to impress their mates. These birds, found in tropical regions such as Australia, Indonesia, and New Guinea, do not only use twigs and leaves to build their nests, they collect every kind of bright and colorful object they can find and place them around their nests. Males act like small artists to attract female birds. Each bowerbird has a unique color preference, which is an important criterion for females. Bright bottle caps, colorful stones, and glass fragments are just a few of the items males use to add color to their nests. The courting process of the bowerbird is not limited to building a nest. Male birds dance to impress the females, puff out their chests, and sometimes wink at them with sounds. Some species of bowerbirds imitate the sounds of other animals or use man-made noises. Can you imagine a bowerbird serenading with a car alarm and the sound of a tree frog? These performances are done not only to attract females, but also to make other males jealous. The creative and attention-grabbing behaviors of bowerbirds reflect their attempts to dominate their environment. Number 8. Lanternfish. Lanternfish are the strange and extraordinary architects of romance in the deep sea. Imagine enticing a potential mate with a glowing light dangling from your forehead, a kind of underwater romance. This is an ordinary day in the world of lanternfish. These strange creatures use quite unusual methods in their mating rituals. Lanternfish, living in the dark depths of the oceans, rely heavily on light for communication between females and males. The female lanternfish illuminates her bioluminescent headlamps like neon lights, attracting males to the bright glow. The strange part is that males are almost blind and thus constantly try to find females by being drawn to the glow. When males find a female, they attach to her and merge their bodies. When a male lanternfish finds a female, he bites her and digests her skin with his mouth, essentially fusing them together. This process makes the male dependent on the female, and he survives by obtaining nutrients from their shared circulatory system. The male's size increases significantly after this fusion. The female lanternfish, on the other hand, remains reproductively functional throughout her life and can lay eggs multiple times. The mating behavior of lanternfish showcases how fascinating and creative their survival strategies are. Number 7. Bedbugs. Bedbugs are tiny blood-sucking insects that often go unnoticed, but have quite fascinating and bizarre mating rituals. These little creatures follow a rather unconventional path in their mating process. Imagine a bedbug date happening in a cozy, dimly lit room. However, things don't go quite as romantically as one might expect. The male bedbug doesn't serenade the female before approaching her. Instead, it moves stealthily and attacks her with its sharp reproductive organ to engage in sexual interaction. This strange attack helps the male bedbugs create a temporary mating plug. The mating rituals don't stop there. Some species of bedbugs move in groups. Multiple males may interact with the same female, turning this into a form of social interaction. This increases the complexity of relationships among bedbugs. Some species establish intricate sexual relations with different males, reinforcing their social bonds within the community. This species exhibits sexual behaviors not just for reproduction, but also to establish social balance. Number 6. Manakins. Mannakin birds are colorful and famous for their unusual courtship dances found in the tropical rainforests of Central and South America. Male manakins dance to impress the females, but these dances are far from ordinary. Manakins perform very special and impressive dance moves to attract female attention. One of the most famous movements is called the moonwalk, where the mannequin opens its wings and walks backward in a graceful manner. Another popular move is the reverse somersault, where the mannequin jumps into the air and rotates 180 degrees. These performances are special social rituals performed by mannequins to influence female mate selection. In addition to their dances, male mannequins carry special feathers in their wings that make a high-pitched sound when they fly, helping them showcase their performances to females. The courtship displays of mannequins are not only an aesthetic activity, but also directly affect female mate choice. Female mannequins, after watching dances from several males, choose the most impressive one. This reflects the careful approach that mannequins take in mate selection and reveals the intricate social structures they form. Number 5. Okapis. Okapis are mysterious animals living in the deep forests of Africa, resembling a mix between a zebra and a giraffe. In fact, the okapi is a close relative of the giraffe, though it is smaller in size and has a more proportional body compared to giraffes. However, the most interesting aspect of okapis lies in their mating rituals. Due to their elusive and mysterious nature, observing their mating behaviors has been quite challenging. Nevertheless, there are a few important aspects of their mating rituals that stand out. Okapis live only in humid forest areas, and as a result, they are isolated during the mating period. When the time comes, the female okapi silently shows her interest in the male. Interestingly, the male okapi carefully inspects the scents and markings in the area before mating with the female. This behavior showcases the complex social structure of okapis and how selective the female okapi is. Before mating, there are certain wedding dances and soft calls. However, during mating, it has been observed that the male okapi gently bites a part of the female's body, such as her neck. This symbolizes the deep bond between them and strengthens the social relationship between okapis. This unique mating behavior is one of nature's rare and elegant ceremonies. Number 4. Penguins. Penguin mating rituals are both sweet and quite interesting. Particularly, Adelie penguins have developed a creative way of impressing each other. While female penguins wait for males to impress them, the males begin to display all their abilities. One of the most remarkable displays is when male Adelie penguins turn pebbles into gifts. Yes, you heard it right. Male Adelie penguins show their emotional interest by offering pebbles to the female. These stones are sometimes used to build nests, sometimes considered pure romantic gestures. A male penguin finds a stone, presents it almost like a ring, and then begins to dance. He jumps, flaps his wings, and sometimes growls to try to impress the female. The purpose of this display is not only to attract the female's attention, but also to prove that he is a suitable mate. If the female likes the stone and the dance, she will agree to mate with the male. The importance of stones during the mating season of penguins is immense, and this gift-giving behavior is a rare and sweet ritual that strengthens the bonds between penguins. Number 3. Shrimp. The pistol shrimp is one of the colorful and strange creatures of the underwater world, but this little shrimp's mating ritual is truly extraordinary. The pistol shrimp is a marine creature with incredibly strong and impressive claws. Its mating behavior is usually quite aggressive in an attempt to attract females. However, this aggression is also a form of performance art. Male shrimp create large explosions by rapidly and forcefully snapping their claws, not only to keep other competitors away, but also to capture the attention of the female shrimp. What's interesting about this behavior is the incredible speed with which pistol shrimps snap their claws. By snapping them at speeds up to 80 kilometers per second, they cave the water and create shockwaves. This behavior is performed to show that the male is stronger than other males. In other words, the male shrimp creates a kind of physical performance to impress the female shrimp. This behavior, both dazzling and quite showy, makes mate selection in the deep sea fascinating. Number 2. Crocodiles. Crocodiles may be fearsome hunters from the depths of water, but they have a surprisingly complex and astonishing mating ritual. Male crocodiles sing a special courtship song to attract females. The reproductive behavior of crocodiles begins mainly with vocal communication. Male crocodiles vibrate their bodies to create deep, loud, rumbling sounds underwater in an attempt to capture the attention of the female crocodile and drive away other males. During mating, male crocodiles rise to the surface of the water and perform theatrical movements. Meanwhile, female crocodiles carefully observe the abilities of the males. If the male is found impressive enough, mating will occur. During the mating season, crocodiles use vocal and physical displays not just for reproduction, but also to assert their territorial claims and reinforce their social status. In other words, crocodiles use these unusual vocal rituals not only for reproduction, but also to strengthen their social bonds. Number 1. Equatorial Mandrills. The courtship rituals of Equatorial Mandrills are quite fascinating. Males make their faces particularly bright and colorful to impress the female mandrills. The red and blue colors on their faces signify their health and strength. This color change becomes more prominent when the males perform physical displays during the mating season. Male mandrills perform various body movements to attract female mandrills and sometimes compete with each other. These colorful and dramatic displays show the power struggles in the mandrill's social structure and emphasize how important colors are in mate selection. What do you think is the craziest animal in this video? And don't forget to leave your opinion about the next video in the comments section. By the way, send this video to a friend who is good with animals.